Good afternoon, everyone. This is Dr. Bhupesh from Dr. BKM Institutes. Our contact number is 76967342256. Please call us for any query related to OET exam. Call us for OET coaching. And for our YouTube followers, if you have anything to ask, leave it in the comment box. So today, please listen to this video till end. I would try my level best to create a video that would be about writing, and it will help you all to understand what writing of OET is all about. This is a kind of a video I would like that every person must watch before taking their OET exam. So I will talk about different situations, then we'll take doubts as well, so as to make sure that everything goes fine. So yeah, so I'm just going to start it now. This is Dr. Bhupesh and just introducing you to the OET writing. See, OET writing, as I have always told you when we talk over the phone, when you inquire for the first time from me, I always say OET writing, all the OET writings are kind of referral letters. Every OET letter is a referral letter because sometimes you are referring the patient to the neurologist. Sometimes you are referring to the patient to the psychiatrist. Sometimes you are referring the patient to a community nurse for follow-up care. So each and every letter when it comes to OET is a referral letter. So don't create panic. This was a referral letter, so today I got the referral. Every letter is a referral letter. You don't have to create panic for that. Then there can be some transfer letter. So you can get a letter where it would be say, write a transfer letter. So obviously, what does transfer letter means? That basically now you are not referring the patient to a person. You are transferring the patient to a different place. Example, suppose if the patient was in the hospital and now the patient is being discharged, but he needs to be transferred to a rehabilitation center. So you are writing to the head nurse or a nurse in rehabilitation hospital or center. So what does transfer means? Transfer means that आप patient को किसी जगह पे transfer कर रहे हो. Transfer means that you are transferring the patient to a place. That is why it becomes a transfer letter. That means we are referring to this rehabilitation center. So we will say this letter is being written. Whatever the problem of the patient was, written regarding Mr. X, who was admitted to our hospital due to fracture. Now, after treatment, now, or you can say again, depending upon the story, therefore, plaster cast was applied and he is better now. So we try to talk about a situation. We try to tell that what kind of a problem was patient having at that point of time. And that is how we try to relate the letter. So I'm just going to take it one by one and I am going to relate it for you all. Just a second. Yeah, I'm letting the people in. That is why this happened, this pause. So yeah. So basically what we are doing, we are transferring the patient to a rehabilitation center. So tell everything situation by situation. So we say this letter is being written who was admitted to our hospital due to fracture. Suppose it was not fracture, it was acute myocardial infarction. So whatever the reason, depending upon the letter, you say, so therefore plaster cast, therefore stent was placed. And after procedure, he is better. So whatever, according to the situation. So whatever the letter come, you have to tell the story in the first paragraph, the purpose. The purpose is that he is better now. However, so this is the main line of purpose. However, so you talk about positive thing that he is better. Then you say, however. So however connects a positive line with a negative line. However, he still needs rehabilitative services for further improvement. That means what we are saying to this nurse, rehabilitation nurse, we are saying that patient came to us in a very acute condition. Stent was placed. After procedure, he is better now. So the condition has improved. However, he still needs rehabilitative care or services for further improvement. Therefore, he is being transferred. So rather than referred, you say, therefore, he is being transferred to your rehabilitation center. So that is what you are supposed to write in the transfer letter. Transfer means to a place. So therefore, he is being transferred to your rehabilitation center. So if it would have been a referral letter, so suppose if somebody say write a referral letter, then obviously I will say, therefore, he is being referred. Therefore, he is being referred under your care. So you refer to a person and you transfer to a place. Rest of the story remains the same. So there is nothing to change. Sometimes in OET exams, they say write an advisory letter. Advisory letter means that if you are writing to a community nurse or to a social worker, so you want them to give the same kind of a letter. After procedure, he is better now. However, he still needs follow-up care for further. Therefore, he is being referred under your care, and it is advised to you to follow few instructions for his speedy recovery. What I want to say is that advisory means that I would be giving advice to the next person. So I will say this patient is better. However, he still needs follow-up care. So if you want to change it, he needs follow-up care, and it is advised to you to provide the required care. So now I have made it simple. So you just talk to the point. So you say he is better now. However, he still needs follow-up care, and it is advised to you to provide him or her the required care. That's it. So you change according to the circumstances. This is what OET is all about. Letter, no matter how complex the letter has come, but you will always make it simple. See how simple I have made. ये लग रहा है आपको it is a simple letter. If I talk about the data, then in this letter, there can be various data like acute myocardial infarction, then he was having hypertension, then he was having thrombosis, then he was taking warfarin. There would be many data that would be given. There would be much data that would be given, but I focus on my point, because they say write an advisory letter to community nurse or to the social worker. So I concentrate on this word that I have to give advice. So my advice is that, however, he still needs follow-up care, and it is advised to you to provide him the required care. Otherwise, I will say, however, otherwise I would say, suppose if there would be something like instructions, if that would be given, he is better now. He needs to follow some instructions for his speedy recovery. So you are advised to assist him in following those instructions, following these instructions. This is how simple you can make it. कि इसका मतलब क्या है? He needs to follow some instructions for his speedy recovery. उसको कुछ instructions follow करनी है. So you are advised to assist him. आप उसकी help कर दो in following these instructions. That's it. You can make it that simple. So you can modify OET letter according to your own things. But one thing is for sure, that you want to make OET answer sheet as the easiest sheet to read for the examiner. You don't make it complex, you always make it easy. So the only mantra behind success of OET writing is to write as simple as you can. Now I am taking to a situation which is expected this time in the March exam. So again, I am bar frequently we are talking about this thing, that what kind of a letter should come. So I think the letter should be about family GP. Why? Why do I say that? Because these letters are little different. These letters are little different because you are writing to the family GP. So you know your family GP. So please understand, your family GPs. They know about your social history. They know about your medical history. So if you are writing to a family GP of somebody, You will not write medical history or social history. So in this letter, you say this letter is being written regarding your known patient. So first point is over here. First, first, first important point is here. This letter is being written regarding your patient, Mr. X, who was admitted to our hospital due to whatever the reason was, due to acute myocardial infarction, suppose. After treatment, he is better. So I tell the family doctor he is better. So he is being discharged. So I tell the family doctor that he came with this. After treatment, he is better. So he's being discharged. After discharge, he needs follow-up care, and being his family GP, this is the main part, and being his family GP, you are requested to provide him the required care. So that is what I want to tell to the family GP. Sir, this is your known patient. He was admitted to our hospital due to this. It may be due to fracture. After treatment, he is better. So he's been discharged. After discharge, he needs follow-up care. Normally, GP will never provide family care or follow-up care, but he is a family GP, so he can provide follow-up care. Otherwise, say he needs care, but there must be some word that would be given. He needs follow-up care. Something would be given. He needs follow-up care and monitoring of his vitals. So that would be given. You don't have to write from your own. So you can say about BP, about hypertension, and being his family GP, you are requested to provide him the required care and monitoring. So this is how you write a letter. So this is the expected one. Now, it doesn't mean that only family GP can come. Situations can change. Suppose, so this I say is a family GP letter, but in some circumstances, it again, you have to read the letter very carefully. Suppose if the patient had accident, he went to family GP. Then family GP sent the patient to orthopedician in the hospital emergency ward, hospital, and that too to the orthopedician. Then you are the nurse at orthopedician center, or you are orthopedician. If you are a doctor, so in your case, you will be the orthopedician. If you otherwise, you would be a nurse at orthopedician. So now you are discharging the patient. And after discharge, you have to write a letter to family GP. So this letter is different from above letter because in the above letter, patient had accident and he directly went to emergency hospital. Whereas in this case, he had an accident, but he first went to his family GP. So this is an additional point. So it would be given. It would be given. You have to read the situation. So in this situation, I will change only one line. This letter is being written regarding regarding Mr. X, who was referred to us. Basically, we want to say who was referred to us by you. But we don't have to write by you because it's already a passive voice, was plus third form. So this letter is being written regarding who was referred to us due to accident. Yeah, due to fracture. Whatever the reason is. Rest of the things remain the same. After treatment, he is better, so he is being discharged. After discharge, he needs follow-up care. Rest remains the same. Nothing, you don't have to change anything. So the only thing that I changed, who was referred to us. Over here it was who was admitted. Now talking about the next thing. Now let me talk about the next thing. Second paragraph in these kinds of letters. Second paragraph normally would be something that relates to her history. So as you know, the patient is a known case of diabetes. So I want to try a line like this. I will pick something from the medical history to have my second punch. As you know, the patient is a known case of diabetes. So during hospitalization, diabetic diet was given. But this thing, diabetic diet must be given in nursing notes. If something else is given for diabetes, suppose education was given regarding diabetes, so mention that thing. Education regarding diabetes was given. Suppose if the patient had osteoporosis and during nursing management notes, yani means during hospitalization says that education regarding osteoporosis was given. So you say, as you know, he is a known case of osteoporosis. So education regarding osteoporosis was given. So you have to find something in the social history that is also done in the nursing notes, that is during the hospitalization. So this would be the second punch of this letter. So this is how you write the letter. So these are the two different situations which can come when it comes to the family GP. Now last thing, just the last thing. This is known as discharge back letter. Again, what is the difference between this letter? This is a letter to family GP. This, if I have to say something, I will say it is a referred back letter because the person was coming from the family GP to us and we are discharging the patient back to family GP. So we are referring back. Discharge back letter means patient lives in a nursing home. Nursing home, suppose the name is Elizabeth Nursing Home. So the patient lives in Elizabeth Nursing Home. He fell down and had fracture. So nursing home people send the patient to hospital, emergency ward. Now you are a hospital nurse, you discharge the patient after treatment and he is going back to nursing home because he lives there. So coming from the nursing home, he is going back to the nursing home. So this is a discharge back letter. So in this letter also, it almost remain the same, almost. So I will copy paste it and let's see what changes I bring. This letter is who was referred to us. This letter is being written regarding Mr. X, or I will say regarding one of residents of your nursing home. So first of all, I will try to gain the point here. So this letter is being written regarding one of the resident of your nursing home, Mr. X, who was referred to us due to fracture. After treatment, he is better, so he's being discharged back to the nursing home. So nursing home में वापस आ रहा है. So now I will say once he reaches back, you are advised to follow few instructions for his speedy recovery. That's it. So these are the major kind of letters which can come in OET. These are the 5 different kinds of letter which can come in OET, and this March, that is tomorrow, we are expecting a letter of this kind. But again, it can be this, it can be this. So please read it very carefully. Sometimes we are illusioned. हमें ऐसा लगने लग जाता है कि जो सर ने कहा है वही आएगा. So please read the case notes carefully. Even if I say family GP को letter आएगा, then also this can be the letter, this can be the letter. So please read the situation carefully, or it can be a nursing home letter, that can be discharge back letter, that is coming from a nursing home, had a fracture, came to hospital, we discharged him, sending him back to nursing home. So this is what you need to be careful about. Is it okay, everyone? I hope you all have understood. Now I am going to unmute you all. And please, this is just a video of 25 minutes. It appears that we have worked very hard. We have not worked even a bit. It is just a video of 25 minutes. And obviously in a discharge back letter, when the patient lives in nursing home and he is going back to the same nursing home, social history and medical history are not important, because nursing home people where the patient lives, they know everything about the patient. So please try to understand these basics things. And this is not OET. This is general basic knowledge. So please try to execute the letters after understanding in the OET exam. So that is what I will try and encourage. And please try to write according to what you understand. Now you may ask your questions. Anybody can ask any questions related to this particular writing task. Otherwise, let me mute this and I will take your questions one by one. Okay.